Davis, David Molly, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, Coach Kirby Smart told me this conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Rides to the back. Maybe a crease. The 30. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking for space. It's Barry. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. LSU quick to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And man, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
Down and touchdown right out of the chute. They'll try to keep their first drive alive by converting on 4th down from their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a running room. Touchdown, Tigers. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Well, coming into this game, we all thought the team that has the football last may be the team that wins this one, and they're trying to steal possessions. We're only in the first half. You don't see a lot of onside kicks at this point of the game, but they rolled the dice, and they get it, and they're trying to score more points.
The run inside. It's Berry. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
A spectacular one-hand grab. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Using his legs, it's Berry. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Durham. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. On 3rd down, here's Durham. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. LSU lining up 1st and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown LSU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And in that goal line situation, awesome job by the tight end, winning his one-on-one battle, making an easy target for his QB. One more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. Finished off by a guy known for catching passes, but he carried it into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
I
don't know what the records are, but Jesse, they are very much in danger. It looks like Derrick Henry playing with a bunch of 6-year-olds out here right now. Just handing the ball, and he's just doing whatever he wants, however he wants, and putting up some stupid numbers.
He looks like Derrick Henry and Pop Warner. I mean, that's what this is looking like right now. It's ridiculous what we're watching, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet. This could be one of the greatest running back performances in the history of college football if he stays in the game.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocked that one right down the middle. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running inside. It's Berry. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. The Tigers want to move quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Finds his man. It's Green. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Levin. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The run inside. It's Berry. There's a little room there. Got enough for the first. He's at the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Tiger. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And how about the philosophy of this team? Aggressive, aggressive, and more aggressive. You got the lead. You're winning, right? And you don't have to kick an onside. But I'm kicking an onside. And they get it. Nice aggressive mindset, and it's rewarded.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
On the run, it's Berry. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. The offense in hurry-up mode. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's going to throw deep right side. He makes a grab. To the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
fourth downs. As a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Oh, he was hoping for the pick 6. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's a give to Durham. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
That is how you form tackle. Put your head on him, bring your feet, get him to the ground. That's how you create those little birdies that fly over people's heads when they're running with the football, and you can see him getting woozy. What a great stick by the linebacker.
They'll go right back to it. There's a got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Unit on the field. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. On the move and looking. Fires downfield. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Might as well stick with him. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Here's the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That return literally is going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on it.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. There he goes.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Handoff, Durham running left. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Fires to the middle. The sure hands, it's Watkins. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. LSU right back to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Right down the middle. Intercepted to stop the threat. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Now adjusting. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll run for it. It's Durham. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Caden Durham again. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Wilson, hey, Wilson! On 4th down, looking to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Frazier again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll pull it down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much.
Finding some room. Makes a pass to Marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Turning it on. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. That will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Back to pass, it's Levin. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Touchdown Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David, when the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain.
Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. He's down immediately, but they convert on 4th down and keep the drive alive. From the red zone, it's Jones. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to him. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Noles want to crank the tempo. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's not a surprise who made that play. And this is just the opening drive, but we're going to hear his name a lot. He flies all over the field, shows up in the run, shows up in the pass. Big-time playmaking linebacker that every time you turn on the tape, you see him flying around.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's complete to the right. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
The give on the counter. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Back to throw, it's Daniels. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll get a live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, he said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Canes will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. To throw on first down off the play fake. Pulls it in with one hand. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks in Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Here comes the heat. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. There's some room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Running inside. It's Fletcher. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And it's the game-breaking speed. You see right there, he takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Looking left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Final play of the quarter coming. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Connection to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. At midfield, he's got room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this.
Got a little grass. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Williams.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
To the air. It's Stockton. Pressure coming. He's open on the right. Touchdown football. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. He does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to move them on the counter. Breaks into the open. Smacks him with the stiff arm. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You could see the little misdirection by this offense, fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. Breaks the tackle. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Maybe some room here. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Pringle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And the Canes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Throwing Mensah. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity. But
touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Sends it downfield. Pulls it in on the left. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. They used the jump play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw it again. With the catch, it's Frazier. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second down, he'll throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the first half.
It's a tough decision, right? When you're backed up, the clock's running down, you like the position you're at going into the half. Some people are more conservative, and some people are aggressive. I prefer the aggressive personally.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They open this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a
ball is out behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys. The ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
Handoff for Frazier. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Frazier again. Could be an alley. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Here's Nate Frazier. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Handoff, Frazier running left. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense...
There he goes. Got enough for the first. Oh, spins away. The 30, the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Miami. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown, brother. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there, and he does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Fires quickly. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Great coverage, great break on the ball, had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you gotta secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Bring in the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long with a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Might have a chance. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen, and you saw it right there.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Frazier again. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third down, here's Frazier. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be fourth down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. He takes it in. Touchdown, Canes.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there on that fourth down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it. They're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with the W.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll send the tight end in motion. They give it to him again. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going to take a shot. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Phillips. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It'll be 3rd and long. Trying to impose their will with the run. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now, because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. Talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Canes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Gonna run it. It's Phillips. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to power their way ahead. How about this defense? Another stop. This one right at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved